You wake up and grab your phone within the first 15 minutes. Am I wrong? That's what a study by IDC published by CBS said for 80% of people. Now, I don't trust the study easily, especially when published by someone such as CBS, but this is a study that rings true, just based on common sense. Can you imagine a future where you grab your AR headset within the first 15 minutes of waking up? Despite how unlikely it sounds, it seems like such a future is all but set in stone. Here's why. First off, before we start, I'd just like to say that I've posted this entire article on Beck Knows Tech. You can read more about it or some things that I've skipped in this video. Just click the link in the description, or you can just type like Beck Knows or Beck Knows Tech. On with the video. People all around the tech sphere are talking about the Apple Vision, especially the ones who've tried it, such as Marcus Brownie and others. With 5,000 patents and thousands of people having worked on it for more than half a decade, it only seems logical that a leap would be made. Everyone who's tried it has described it like magic.
The eye tracking in this headset, as it looks at your eyes and keeps track of where your eyes move around, is the closest thing that I've experienced to like magic. Like I normally don't call tech things sort of magical or surreal like this, but this was, even for a pre-release product, kind of unbelievable how well it does. Anytime you move your eyes around the UI, it would immediately highlight and select exactly what you're looking at.
I like VR, I find it a lot of fun. I've used the Meta Quest 2, HTC Vive Pro 2, and Valve Index, but this is unlike anything we've seen so far. Why is it evil though? Here are the reasons why Apple Vision is evil. But first off, in case you've been living under a rock, the Apple Vision headset they've been working on for years is a VR headset with its own processing power and unparalleled eye tracking technology that makes VR more immersive and vast than ever. Simply, the Apple Vision headset is a state-of-the-art virtual reality headset designed to transport users into immersive digital experiences. It combines cutting-edge hardware and software to provide a seamless and captivating VR and AR experience, all while giving you the ability to see the real world. Why the Apple Vision is evil? Well, we all know what a smartphone is, right? Picture this future. You put the headset on as soon as you wake up, as does your family and children. You go to work, and as you walk down the street, everyone is wearing the same thing. Everyone is focused on their own little world they see inside their Apple Vision 3 Pro X, multitasking their way out of boredom, doing nothing with their lives but distracting themselves. The VR headset becomes the new smartphone, but even more isolating, dividing, and controlling. Next-gen isolation. The Apple Vision Pro is here to make you comfortable. Just like a smartphone, it's completely operable by itself, giving you full range. You can do anything your computer and phone can, but with the added immersion never seen before. You can visit countries, play games, watch multiple things at once, such as combining Instagram and a movie at the same time, with simple and intuitive controls, stunning visuals, immersion, and complete isolation. Don't let the fact that you can see someone's eyes through the vision fool you. Most people will disconnect rather quickly once the headset is on. And that's a fact. If we as humans can be this distracted by smartphones, then picture them in VR up close to your eyes. Addicting isolation. Why does the Apple CEO Tim Cook avoid presenting the functionality of the Apple Vision by putting it on? Was there ever a product that Apple presented that the CEO didn't show to you on stage? You have to admit that it's quite suspicious. The only products they didn't show you were slight variants of a product. But when there is a single product and the one being talked about, why isn't Tim using it? Could it be that this level of immersion and power can be extremely addictive? You may think I'm hitting it way off the mark by saying that he might just have motion sickness, or that the product isn't fully set yet. First off, other people have already tried the product, and motion sickness is not an excuse to not present the product. To have the amount of dedication Tim Cook had in building this VR headset, only so he couldn't even showcase it just because of a motion sickness, would be ridiculous. Better than your reality. The Apple Vision will cure your loneliness, depression, anxiety, or any other affliction you may have. If you look at the current research, that is. It will allow you to immerse yourself into a bubble of your own, where you can do whatever you want without anyone getting in your way. It's going to sell itself as a better reality. That's how the reviewers are going to react. And when the product gets enough love and attention, a new version that costs less will be released, allowing for more people to get in on it. Why do you think they call it the Apple Vision Pro? It can make the outside world look better. It can give you fun and happiness. You can chat and call people with it, so you'll never truly be alone, right? As soon as you put the Apple Vision on, all of your problems fade away. You'll become smarter, happier, and more content without having done anything in your life. You will experience incredible pleasure and incredible levels of satisfaction. What people don't realize when they have fading happiness and a fake sense of satisfaction is that it's going to fade, leaving you at a lower point than previous. Unfortunately, just like the smartphone upon release, such a thing won't matter until everyone and their mom has an AR headset, and that it becomes way too integrated into society that just getting off of it seems like an impossible feat. Talk, play, and work in VR. Think about it. Without a phone or computer, you're left out of business, social interactions, and a lot of other things. You can't get a job and keep it without technology such as the smartphone in the first world. Soon it can be the VR headsets that we'll need to use in order to keep ourselves in check. The concept of working from home is already incredibly huge. I've done it myself. Just imagine how integral the VR headset can become in such a situation. Fake virtual friends will fill the hole for a while, but it will never be comparable to actual real-life communication and interaction, leaving people more depressed, lonely, and suicidal as a result. Integration with other technologies. Even worse than the headset is the possibility of it working alongside other technologies and policies that can make it far more disastrous. Imagine, with a few simple prompts you can create entire universes within an entirely new level of reality. Imagine adding Neuralink to it as well. We're talking about the ability to read your emotions, wants, needs, and desires while being able to give them to you at the same time via AI and AR. Think about it, just how docile you can make an entire population that has its needs met with such a set of technologies going on at the same time. Without uttering a word or putting any effort in, you can create a world that best fits your needs while being able to live out your dream within it without a problem. You have feelings and imagine a place. AI creates the place based on your thoughts and feelings, and the VR headset brings it into reality via augmented reality. Who even needs dreams when you can live them through your headset? I don't need to tell you just how cyberpunk, post-apocalyptic all of this sounds. If you can't tell what's wrong with the image of millions of people behaving like they're endlessly sleepwalking or comatose, all in their shells, never accomplishing anything, never doing anything, well, never realizing anything but their wildest dreams for only themselves to see, then you will never see how bad it sounds. Social credit score system. Have you heard of the social credit score system? Surprisingly, not many have. The social credit system is the system in China which is focused on tracking civilians and adding or subtracting points when they do anything. You can lose points for anything from walking across the road where there were no crosswalks to writing a mean thing on a social media platform, especially towards the government. Virtual reality along with AI will make it so much easier for the government to track all your actions. And with a third of some nations' people saying that they would be alright with a government installing a way to monitor them inside their homes, this future is far from improbable. Apple has already been caught dealing with the Chinese government. Apple has also been caught scanning your photos for a plethora of false purposes. Most large corporations have done these sorts of acts in collusion with governments, but to most people they are all but relevant. They will make you easier to control. Saying things outside the ordinary, as the government deems it, will lower your score, or even worse, lead to arrests and executions. If you think that creating a docile and submissive population is not what the main goal of an authoritarian regime is, then you ought to realize that many nations, including the United States, are trying to create a populace more ignorant, lazy, unmotivated, and content so they can easily control them. Deleted from reality. Using augmented reality, they'll soon be able to delete people from your peripheral vision if you're wearing the headset. A publicly ostracized person by the government can also be deleted from being heard or seen in augmented reality. This is an insane technology in the works, and it functions better than you could ever imagine. I can just imagine the Counter Disinformation Unit, which is a very real unit in the United Kingdom, deleting people from reality due to their mean tweets. They're already arresting them. If anything, this is less of a punishment than arresting them, at least on paper. These are just some thoroughly researched, crazy ideas. Looking back at the history, the present. You can make sure to check my New Leaf channel, my Becknose Tech channel, my whatever channel. I'm doing things, I'm going crazy. Next time. Peace.